And the winner of the raffle from the Stage 1 Birthday Bash, winning ton of merch, amazing things,
is merch.
Serena Harris. Serena Harris. All right,
I know,
so
we're talking about COVID. We're like past
Stage
that.
1 podcast. Yeah, legacy to legal.
Stoop to
Stoop
store.
to store, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
You just think of that?
I did not. Yeah. We took a couple weeks off. We back at it. With a very, very special guest this week. Do it up for my man Nick from Ayrloom.
Right back at you, y'all.
Yeah, man. Nick is one of the most knowledgeable dudes that I've met out here. He's been in the industry for a while. He was in Massachusetts before he was in New York. So, and Ayrloom, I know, like when we were first, I think I met you at that event in Queens. You remember that event in Queens?
It was in Long Island City, or
Yeah.
was it Astoria or Long Island City?
Yeah, I think it was Long Island City, maybe.
Yeah, it was in.
And it was in this like weird, like industrial building that was redone. It was really nice. But then, but when you first walked in, there was like this black market dude selling all of his branded weed. That's how early on it was. Like it was still like and I remember walking in and being like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, Nick said the same shit at the event. We were both we're like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. The dude's in the front. I heard he owns the building. He was like in front, like selling haze and shit.
I love it.
It was
cool.
It was great.
It was.
Yeah, it's the way it should be.
Did you buy some pith?
Yeah, I did. and then
I know you did.
And then Nick was there with Mac.
Yeah.
Talking Ayrloom.
Hell yeah.
Early, like.
I just remember walking all those cases up those stairs.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Man, and tell us a little bit about Massachusetts and how you got your start in cannabis.
Yeah, totally. So I broke in because I was working at a wholesale wine and spirits company, had a ton of experience in distribution and so forth, and my buddy, a good friend, had left there a year prior to join this company that was one of the first 7 medical companies to start up there in Massachusetts. And I said to him when he left, I was like, dude, any way you can take me, call me. Like, I'll jump in wherever. And he called me about 6 months later. He's like, it's going to take a process because we're startup. There's not a lot of big budget, but we think we can fit you. I think I need you to help us build out this business. Because at that point, adult use had gone live. We had 3 dispensaries and didn't have the revenue stream like the places like Theory Wellness, Canna Provisions, and stuff like that. So they had to find a way to create additional revenue source. So I ended up hopping into that, like, just both feet forward. He called me back up, met with the founder, and we went in and just built a true distribution business, and along the way created some really cool brands. So it was an amazing experience. It taught me so much professionally and then personally about myself. It was awesome.
Nice. And it definitely prepped you to come into New York and start and be like part of starting probably the biggest brand, I would say, the New York State brand.
Yeah.
I would say you guys are like top selling. I know you're one of the top sellers in our store, like the Ayrloom brand. So tell us a little bit about how that's been, just kind of like coming into New York prep.
Totally.
I knew you guys were prepped because just like look at your branding, like your hats were fucking already dope, the logo's dope, and then you got the
I wore it.
You know what I mean? This guy.
So if I wear it, it's kind of cool.
Like people,
For real.
seriously.
All right,
No,
nope.
like he's a
I don't wear
Merch drops. I gotta
That's
make sure
Yo,
they're
I love the
approved.
sweater. The crew neck.
Yeah, all right. Yep.
Like,
Yeah, right
those
there,
are
right there.
Crazy, right?
So,
I need a
First and
neck.
foremost, like all of our branding, like Marianne Brennan, one of the founders, owners of Ayrloom, comes up with all of this.
Yeah.
She does an amazing job. She
Yeah.
just really, creates it's fire.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
crew necks
Yeah.
are next level.
And just the
Yeah.
branding itself.
The
So
branding itself. And you can tell that it's real, right?
Yeah.
You're not like, and New York State wasn't an easy,
Hell
like
yeah.
beating the MRTA and then branding your brand
around that.
around
Yes.
that was like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And I remember in the beginning hearing a lot of, like, talking to a lot of you guys, a lot of the processors and farmers, and one of the biggest gripes that you guys had was like how your hands are tied in terms of marketing.
Yep.
and like how in packaging. Like I remember packaging being like, oh, we don't know what colors we can use.
Totally.
It's like you know,
how bright can you be? Like what
Right,
shade
right.
of neon is okay?
Is okay,
It's not going
right.
to draw the attention.
right,
You know.
exactly. And like you guys did a lot of colors, but you like figured out what colors you could do.
Yeah.
But that shit is important though, to be like to catch the eye of the consumer.
100%.
And so when your hands are tied, it's really so. I would say that had a lot to.
Yeah.
You guys did really good.
And
with that.
it's really like I had met Mac through one of the founders of another beverage company in a transition period where I was I worked for a big MSO. I was like, I'm good. I need to have a transition into something where it's really more about like a family-owned business. There's real passion behind it. They like it being engaged. And I was fortunate enough to meet Mac, and I went out and actually met Mac in person in September of 2022, before the first license was handed out, anything. And the minute I walked onto the campus, and y'all have been there, I think some of you, it's like, it just brought to me like really farm to table, right? Like a true agricultural, like, establishment, but also established in CPG. Like, the experience that Eddie, Marianne, and Mac had in the 1911 brand, and which is our hard cider brand, bringing that to really to where it is and established today, and then really transitioning that know-how into Ayrloom was really just a really good.
Do you think that's why you've been so successful with the drinks? Because you have like the bottling.
Yeah, I
You've been
mean
doing that-
that's
that
the
part of
like
it for a
Jan,
minute.
who's the head
Scale up with
head of
that.
our beverage, right?
Yeah.
He oversees 1911 innovation and production, and it's a collaboration amongst team members when like new flavors are going to be brought to market. Like he's creating multiple samples of that for the team to go through.
Yeah.
So
And you have the bottling plant, which is
we have two canning facilities. So our canning facility for the cider is done up the hill, and that's just an amazing operation in itself. We do a tremendous amount of production there. And then what was really eye-opening to me is like I've been in different beverage facilities in the cannabis space, and like when I literally say you could fit the tanks into this room, it was like that was the really the disparity between, and you walk into this facility and there's like massive tanks, like bring me back to my days in alcohol, and just like seeing this canning line, seeing pasteurization systems, like seeing like really this facility that's going to create like a really tasty, stable, safe product was just like, it was like coming home for me, because of all of my experience in the past and seeing that. So I'm blessed to be working with a great team, and
you guys got a great team over there too. That's the other thing. Like Max is amazing.
Yeah, Max is that dude.
The delivery Max and the sales Max, and like the whole, like, even like I've met your downstate sales guy, Viraj, and he fucking is like a jeweler, and
Yeah.
he like helped me get a ring for Suhei.
Yeah.
It's like beautiful. He's like a mate. He's just like, but the level of service that just, it wasn't even a cannabis thing, it was just like, yo, I went to his fucking grandmother's house and picked the ring up. Like, he was out doing some other thing and I needed it at a certain day, and he was like, I got you, bro. And like,
100%.
I'm like, damn, like, but that's like, that translates over into the rest of the business. It's just the people that you have on the team are.
It's very fortunate. From everybody that works in that facility day in and day out to produce these amazing products, led by super smart, and like it's just really cool to see that all in action and just being able to tell the story, right? Like, I think that really relates to a lot of folks.
So tell the story about the other day, Jay. You were like, you hit me up and you were like, yo, I need to like get away for a couple of days and do something. And I was, you got any suggestions?
Yeah.
And I was like, what I say?
You were like, yo, you should go up to the Airbnb, go check out Ayrloom.
Yeah.
And then we went up there, me, Scotty, Adam's not here today, but he came up with us too.
Yeah.
It was so dope.
My
Like,
daughter rocked
that Airbnb is so nice.
Yeah.
And like, even when we got there, it was mad hospitable. He had the CBD drinks there for us and everything.
Oh yeah, right on the shelf there. Yeah,
no,
totally.
it was perfect. We appreciate it. It was so nice. They had the pool outside.
Did you hop in?
Oh, of course. Actually, no, I'm lying. We didn't hop in the pool. We hopped in the hot tub.
Yeah.
It was too cold for the pool.
Yeah.
It was too cold for the pool.
Totally.
But nah, it was nice though. It was nice. Yeah, it was a good time.
That's the experience.
It was not.
It's like
Then when we went to the facility too, everybody was mad nice. Like, all the energy was up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody seemed to be happy to be doing their job.
So cool.
Yeah, no, it was really nice. We appreciated it. It was nice. They sent us home with some nice little gifts and stuff too.
Amazing.
Was it with
Yup, that's where we got these.
Totally.
It's done with intention.
They sent us with a nice package home.
Yup.
Man.
I love that.
Yeah.
We got to try the salted margarita gummies.
Okay. Yeah.
They had a couple left. Yeah, so we got to try those.
Some of those left.
Some R&D shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
No, that was some old shit actually. The margaritas.
Are you guys still selling
Right?
those?
The margaritas
we
were
discontinued those.
Yeah.
We moved away from that formulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're
Limited release.
We were lucky enough.
I didn't want no parts of it. I was like, Jay, you can have all of them. I was like, keep them.
So they were nice. Very nice. It was cool. It was nice just to be out there to get that type of love. Like, you know what I mean? Like, definitely, everybody there was so nice to us, and they were happy to see us for sure.
We went out there for the eclipse.
Yep.
And it was just like right out. It was like in the path of totality. And I went out there with Suhei and the kids, and we like hung out. And we didn't stay at the Airbnb, but they had like a whole kind of meal thing. And it was like 1911, which is 1911 shit is really dope too. That's like. And you have a distillery there, so it's like whiskeys and all sorts.
We have a huge cider mill too for fresh cider, right?
Cider,
yeah, for like we do a lot of business with grocery chains, so we provide that.
That's why this might be like the best like apple cider.
Yeah.
Period.
It is
uninfused or infused.
100%.
And the lemonade too. What's their secret?
So
bro?
This tastes like some like legit lemonade.
It's like,
no,
some
totally.
people say how it's like the best lemonade, fucking infused lemonade.
Totally.
I wake up in the middle of the night and just pound one sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm just like so thirsty, and I'm like, give me it.
And I love the fact that
And go right back to sleep.
both these formulations, they don't have carbonation, right? They're still beverages, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like truly drinking like this tasty, juicy beverage.
Oh, can you, speaking of that, can you explain the way, I always talk about it, but I feel like I can't explain it the way you can, how you use the ethanol from the cider, the processing of the cider to create.
Totally. So one of the big things is because we have a distillery, we're able to be sustainable by producing corn-based ethanol to use in our extractions equipment. So that and then take it into when you run ethanol as your solvent, right? You're able to recapture that over and over again. So like it's really super sustainable and really a cost saver when we're able to produce and
Produce
make
our
all
own
that.
ethanol.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like that was the one thing that, like, you know, I'd worked with ethanol in the past, and in Massachusetts when I went in and I was like, oh, like, so like, where do you get your ethanol? And stupidly, I forgot that there was a distillery literally 50 yards next door. So
Yeah.
This is the same one.
Yeah, it won't die.
So what beverages would you guys like to see?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I already know the one I'm thinking
More
of. but
like
I've heard
soda
that y'all
type
already
things,
working
like
on it.
maybe a lemon lime soda, like a Sprite type of soda.
Alright.
Maybe
All right.
maybe
Yeah.
you know, like a
Ginger beer is
Dr.
what I'm
Pepper
looking
type of
Ginger
blend.
beer? Okay.
Or even a ginger ale.
Ginger ale?
Or like a different flavored seltzer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I don't want seltzers.
I like
No.
I hate seltzers, so I'm the wrong guy to ask about seltzers.
That's okay.
I like
I'm
do,
very
you,
biased.
do you not like carbonation, or do you,
I know I like carbonation.
You
I
just
love.
want it to be like a soda.
Yeah, I love the cola, the vanilla cola. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Boo to that. What's going on with that?
Oh,
Let's get
yeah.
the lowdown.
Vanilla
Damn it,
cola.
Sal.
Oh no.
Tell us.
And you know what? That was like my favorite out of the lineup. And second is grapefruit, by the way. Two totally different, but vanilla cola. Anyways, you know, the OCM felt that the product that we were producing with the small amount of caffeine that we were adding was uncompliant. So
So can you take the caffeine out and just,
sure are.
Yeah.
Thumbs up to that. We're coming out with a non-caffeinated version.
And does it?
Does it change
Mess
the
with the
flavor
flavor?
profile?
We're gonna find out. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be pretty spot on. Yeah, I'm confident in that. But yeah,
I'm just wondering, like, you
bummer.
know,
It's
yeah,
it's.
weird.
But you can have like
You can make like a coffee though.
you can
right?
have a naturally derived caffeine.
Right. Like
So-
the coffee beans.
Right,
Like the love
coffee beans, chocolate, and tea,
1906. Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's naturally derived.
Gotcha.
So, you know.
So there's
That's
the,
a bullshit
the line.
There's the cola. It was frustrating. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. But
Yeah, well, it is a favorite. People love the vanilla cola, so we're anxiously awaiting its
Yeah.
re-arrival when it comes back. We're hyped.
totally.
Waiting for the drop.
Yeah.
Do you
we'll
think-
celebrate
It always. The funny thing is, those problems always happen in the cannabis business, like on a Friday afternoon. Like,
Yeah.
like literally have to send that email out and be like, sorry, you
Not
can't
the
sell this
email.
this weekend. It's one of your best sellers. Sorry.
Put them away. Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll be in to pick them up.
Know what I think there's a big market for and nobody's tapping into? An infused cooking oil. No, it's very
Totally.
simple. It's yeah, I don't understand why people haven't done
Have
that
you
yet.
tried Chef for Hire? What's oh my god. I think it's Chef for Hire.
Chef for hire.
Yeah, it's from HPI.
Oh,
I'm not familiar with them.
Hawaiian
That's
Mike?
what they do?
I think he makes that.
he makes that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
That's awesome.
They do.
Yeah. There was
What's that?
one. There was
There's,
one
like,
brand
private
that was
chefs
sold
that-
in
Well, yeah, I could do it too. It's we're talking about
Mass, and it sold away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a maple syrup coming too.
I seen the maple syrup.
It's all honey.
Honey. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you put 100 milligrams in one can? Do you think that's
Unfortunately, we can't per the regs because this is one serving, so it's 10 milligram max in that size.
Okay.
But you can in like the off-hour
Like
syrups.
the off-hour
Yep.
syrups, right?
Yep.
Those are like 100 milligrams, 150 milligrams,
Yep.
and they're just like a syrup form.
Now, say you had like a cap that was a measuring cup.
You know, that's definitely an option to explore for sure,
Yeah.
because
There's
you're showing the serving size exactly. They have those out in Nevada, right? I don't know if you guys have had the Dixies. They're like the half and half lemonade iced teas. They're, if you're out there, definitely pick them up. But they're a 100 milligram bottle with a little shot.
Oh yeah.
You can dose out of 5 and 10, I think.
Smokies is bringing like a little brick that's like a small gummy like this that's cut into 10 slices.
Well, we already
like
got
scored.
that
Yeah.
with cannibals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cannibal
Yep.
has
We
that
got the
too.
Yep.
bricks right now.
Yeah.
Gron
Go get 'em.
drop those, the mega pearls.
The mega pearls too. Yeah.
Yeah, we just got those for samples actually.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like
The mega pearls and then the grind.
it looks like they're cut in slices, but they don't break apart.
That's just a fucking chunk. You still gotta fight it. They look like they're cut slices.
Yeah, this is yeah.
It's like a little orange
get
with
the
no
idea here.
slices.
I just right down the chute. I get the
I get it.
message. I get the fucking message here. Eat
Take
it.
my money. Let me eat this giant gummy.
Yeah.
How many of these have you guys done?
What? Like 15, 16?
Well, 15
We
are
dropped.
out right now,
Yeah,
but I
we're
feel like we have a bunch in the can.
15 are out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
bro.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
I mean, there's probably like a collective like 5-6 million views on clips on various platforms. So
Holy shit.
On TikTok mainly.
yeah,
They're
our
fucking
TikTok
killing
would
it.
be bumping.
Yeah?
I just joined finally. I was overdue. Like
Yeah.
So how different is TikTok than Instagram? I am not good at
it's just
anything
Yeah,
social
yeah,
media.
no,
it's like you know how Instagram is reels.
Yeah.
Just think if
Yeah.
Instagram was just reels. Like,
Okay.
like, yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
TikTok is
Yeah.
just Instagram.
The whole
Reels,
platform's
yeah.
is
Yeah.
reels.
Yeah.
Heard.
But it shows your content to the world instead of just your followers.
We sound old as fuck right now.
Okay, so if their algorithm is going towards one thing, I got it. Yep.
Yeah, so you can go crazy. So there was like a clip that like Rihanna from Nature,
Yeah.
Jaunty, she was talking
Yep.
about how peppercorns will bring you out of a greenhouse,
Yep.
and that shit got like 1.5 million views.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Guess there's a lot of greenouts.
And there was like a clip where we talked about what the difference between a $20 eighth and a $60 eighth
Yeah.
is, and then everybody in the comments wanted to fucking add their opinion in. That shit, that's like 500,000
I love
views.
that.
Yeah, so,
Amazing.
yeah. So if we just, talk enough, hopefully we have a little But like each one of the clips still has like 30,000 views. It's like, fuck it. We have a consistent amount of people who are watching
Yeah.
all the clips and want
Yeah.
to just see what the fuck we're talking about. Because we do talk about a lot of interesting shit.
And I think that it's great for the space. I mean, because you're continuing to educate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all day.
Send me that. Honey
We,
crisp.
The what?
Honey crisp.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
thank you,
saw
sir.
Dave
Appreciate you.
had like a podcast clip on their Instagram page the other day. I was like, yeah, we got 15 motherfucker. But I like it. Do it. I want the space to flourish like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want people to just, the dispensaries come have a podcast, talk about the shit.
Yeah.
Because this is we're like at the forefront of a historic moment for New York State, and so we're like documenting it for
Yeah.
real.
100%.
We
That's
talk
a good
about
way of
mad
putting it.
important shit.
Ground zero.
Yeah.
Ground zero.
We're here.
year out.
1 year out.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Happy
Yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Actually, it was June. I don't know what's today. Today's like the
11th.
11th. So the June 6th was the
Yeah.
first day we did delivery.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the party was the first day we did
And then
delivery.
I was driving the car. That shit was. I drove during all your training. You guys remember?
Yeah.
All your
Yeah.
training. I kept
You remember?
running in and out with bags
Yeah.
in my hands the whole time, and I was like, "Yeah."
I did the training the day before you guys.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 days before you opened. The fact that you turned this place around as quickly as you did is
Yeah.
remarkable.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
You
pros.
were here when it was just when it was studs.
We
Yeah.
we met over
Not
at your
even.
old spot across the river, and then we drove over here. And
Dude, even
the
2
vision.
weeks before you opened, I came here. You showed me it was fucking nothing. The walls ain't no much. It's gonna be open, and maybe it was 3 weeks away. It was
Yeah.
nothing though. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, this
when
is
I did
gonna
my
be open
interview.
in 3 weeks. So I'm like, and I came back a few days before opening to meet with Galena, and holy shit!
Yeah.
Like it was just a whole new place. I was like, oh wow, this is
That's it.
this is like almost a dispensary right now.
Hell yeah.
And then by the time training was there, it was like it was
ready to
there.
go.
Yeah, it was THC molecules on the ceiling.
Yeah, that was like a crazy fucking whirlwind of a month. The last year, May was insane. I don't even really remember it. I just remember working nonstop from that point until basically right now.
I remember you were emailing me for like Dutchy descriptions and uploads at like 2 a.m. I'm like, yeah, you're grinding, bro. Yeah,
True, I was.
100%.
This is like, I remember that's to bring it back to Vernon's question. He asked me a few weeks ago about that, about like setting up, because I told him I would set up the store. And now, like, when they're bringing in any new shit, they're cataloging it, and they understand, and they're like, yo, you fucking catalog everything? And I was like, yeah, like, all by myself. Like, I fucking cataloged it all, and then I fucking inventoried it all, and then I brought that shit in, and I fucking, and I took it all in by myself, the whole beginning, and everybody was like, holy fuck. And then, but I didn't stop for fucking months. It was crazy. I did super hard.
When we worked, or when we opened, you were like, for the first couple months, there was just going. You were always just like pulling a million different directions, like got like 10 different people calling for your name at one given time.
But I swear to you, the reason why we're as successful as we are right now is because I did that shit around all you guys who were like all my friends already, and it was like inspirational. So all you guys to see that, and fucking all of you motherfuckers were like, nah, fuck that shit. We gotta get him out of here.
Word. Real
Like,
shit.
this is my man.
Word.
He's fucking killing himself, and everything he's doing is bringing this shit to fruition, and we gotta fucking get him out of here for a day. Like, it's like your gift to me.
Word.
And everybody busted their ass to get that to that.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
I remember that shit too.
Yeah, me too.
Hey.
Yeah, I remember talking amongst us. I'm like, this motherfucker needs a day off.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
For real though.
Because we all seen it, we all like felt it, and
I need a day off.
we finally we were like, okay, we could do this. You know what I mean? Like we could finally like actually hold it
We
down.
can hold it down. We got you, bro. We can hold it down, bro. We got you. This is it.
And then you did that one day, and then after he was like, "Word," you were like, "You actually did it."
And
Like,
I took Josiah to fucking Go Fest in New York City. That was like my first day off. And I fucking took him to like go be, you know. Now Josiah works with us. He fucking probably
He's
killed
the
me for
man.
talking about that. I took him to Go Fest. But,
Wait, what is it?
it's like Pokemon.
Oh.
Shit. It's like
Pokemon Go. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, he was fucking hunting.
look.
He was like hunting, killing it. He had a fucking best day.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that sounds
that's
dope as
awesome.
hell.
Yeah,
More-
that was like my first day off. I'll never forget that shit. Y'all gave that to me. You know what I mean?
You already know.
Alright.
You already know. It's the least we could do.
My heart, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm feeling.
Emotional moments.
Yeah.
Yes. You already
And
know.
it's
That's
really
love,
cool
baby.
To look how far you've come.
Yeah,
seriously,
for
now it's
real.
like, and like, yeah, we're fucking killing it.
Yeah, we
You
are.
guys are fucking proud of all you motherfuckers.
what was the aha like when you like finally got open for you?
Well, I've had a few of them, but a lot of them actually, it's funny, have to do with guys like you and like Matt and people who have been in the industry for such a long time, like reassuring us that we are on the right path and the things that we are doing are the things that you've seen other people who are successful in other markets do.
Yep.
And then, so those moments are of reassurance have like, have kept me being like, all right, cool, we're on the right path. Those have been very like big aha moments for me, to honestly like, and it's like, it's funny because I'm always like, are they just fucking like, you know, telling me what I want to hear, or is this shit real? Is this shit real? And then like, but then I'm like, nah, too many people are telling us, and then like people who have no business fucking telling us are telling us, and then like our competitors are now telling us, and they're like, you know, you're the fucking people that everybody's trying to get to. You know what I mean? Like we're like that in the state. And that's fucking.
That is, I think, the unique part, right? Like, you guys invested so much time and energy into this. Like, you were on it the minute that you got that license. You were at that first event because that was literally a week later.
It was
a week later.
Yeah.
And we kept in touch that
moment.
journey, correct?
Yeah.
And and I think that totally what you're saying, like the skepticism of like someone in a sales position like telling you this, right?
Right.
Because like you know, you're kind of like, this guy's just blowing smoke up my ass to
Right,
get a
right.
sell or something like that. But I think that that's the one thing that is so cool about the whole space in general on a national level is like there's, I think, so many people that are vested in the industry that just want to continue to like see it thrive.
Yeah.
And that, that for me is like most important, right? Is like being able to be part of this, like, and just continue to like bring good things to make it happen.
We went to Vegas for the MJ BizCon. That was a big aha moment. Now that you mentioned, like, in the whole country, the industry countrywide, was like meeting all these dispensary owners from around the country, and then them asking, talking numbers with them, like, how many people are you seeing a day, and like, what are you guys bagging a day, and like having those conversations with them, and then being like, word? Like, you guys are fucking killing it. And like, dude, in Canada, he has like 13 spots, but he has like a bunch of like just like smaller kind of photo booth type spots where he's just doing a $1,500 a day or whatever. It's small, it's just small, but doing. But he has a bunch of them, and I was telling him our numbers, and he was like, "That's fucking crazy," and it and they want to keep in touch with me, and they're like calling me from like internationally about what we're doing.
Yeah.
That was one of those moments. Like, all right, let's not blow the smoke up my ass. Nick and Matt and fucking like all these guys who are like vets in the industry, reassuring us that we're on the right path. Actually, so it just makes us, it makes us feel like, all right, there's like the outliers in every market. Where those outliers, at least now we got to hold that spot down and maintain that and keep being the best that we can, and that's the team. You see how that team pulls up for the podcast, dude? It's fucking
it rolls up, and it's like I'm proud to be sitting here, humbled.
Me and Scotty are the only ones that work today.
So the rest of the squad pulls up for the podcast.
Well, he worked the morning shift.
Oh yeah, Jack worked the morning. He came back.
Jack's a spectator.
Jack came back. Jack.
I did.
All right.
But I mean, honestly, what can happen in a year?
No, Jack's a great worker.
That's the craziest thing to me too, because I hear conversations from like just customers about like, oh, this one.
Yeah.
What can happen in a year is just kind of crazy to me, because like you hear about how customers used to go to Massachusetts, customers used to go to different places, and now that they're finding out about us more and more by the day, just from word of mouth, what I'm hearing from you is kind of crazy to me. So
word of mouth thing. That's like, so we've been keeping kind of a tally at the front door of like, because we're spending all this money on ads and shit, but we just had a good meeting with them, learned some really great things. There was, a lot of good click-through rates, and it's working. People are seeing it and it's working. But there's word of mouth is the number one thing that the new customer is brought in through. So
that's great.
Other customers telling them about their experience at stage one, and that's what brings them in eventually.
I love that.
Yeah, that's important. We gotta keep that customer experience is like
the number one thing, because most people want to order stuff online, but now that you have them in the four walls and you can have a conversation and show some love,
right?
What
Teach
better
them
way?
about the plant.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we got some knowledgeable people there.
Super knowledgeable.
Like Ryan, like
100%.
Ryan might be the most knowledgeable bartender I've ever seen in my life.
He really is.
Like in any state.
In any state, in the entire country.
Yo, when Ryan finally comes to the pod,
and he's
he
so
gotta
versed
get
on the
his
New York
own-
stuff. Like
When he finally comes to the pod, he got to get his like an episode with his picture, like a special guest, like featuring.
Was I talking to him
Ryan.
downstairs?
Yes, you were. Yeah.
he was talking to
He's spitting, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Ryan.
He's really smart.
I knew I had to recruit
He's a
Ryan.
genius.
Scotty
like,
brought Ryan.
I'm pretty sure he knew the home cultivation regulations better than the regulators.
He does.
He really does.
He does.
Knows everything
He
about.
really does.
Knows everything about
Hell yeah.
growing weed, fucking processing weed.
I always say best bartender in the state. I'll put anything on it. Like, I'll put anything on it.
Day of stuff too. Like something will happen and he'll be on like hours.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll come in and just drop knowledge about it.
He's on the New York State Cannabis Reddit all the time, and he's out there.
Brian the bartender. Anybody want this down there before I send it?
We got
They're
the
still
most
good?
knowledgeable staff though.
Just me and you,
There's a
man.
group of every cannabis
good.
enthusiasts that we hired.
thought you did that too.
Not just like people who like to smoke weed, but like people who fucking grow weed, and the people who just like to smoke weed
Buddha.
also became super fucking knowledgeable on the
Real
shit
shit.
though. Like
Yeah.
didn't know shit about shit, but loved to smoke weed and fucking now know everything. About
I didn't know how much I loved to smoke weed. Like how I like to smoke
Right.
weed.
Yeah.
I would just go. I knew where to get weed. I would get it, and I would smoke it when I wanted to be high.
Yeah.
But now I know what to smoke when I want to be this kind of high, or what not to smoke when I don't want to be this kind of high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could break down my day really. Like I could start off with an indica to go to the gym. Like Chantel, she got a little routine, which is actually cool. You should break that down for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I start with that, and then when I'm at work, I do my sativas, and then keep me focused. You know what I mean? End of the day, back to my indicas, and I go to bed.
So why,
I just found a
why
game-changing
indicas to
strain.
work out?
What's up?
I said why indicas to work out.
That I got from her. I got that from her. So when you're working out,
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Take the mic, break it down, Chantel.
Okay, because I'm an athlete. I work out 5 days a week, and I love using the 1906 Go, and I'll do Genius, like Go for the pre-workout for the energy, the Genius to focus, and then I do Love and an Indica for the body high, because it helps me be in my body. It helps me feel it in a way that's like manageable, and it's not like overwhelming or painful, because a lot of people stop, they like, because like the burn, or it's
Right,
so
right.
it helps me
Work through the burn.
yeah.
But you mix it with
Yeah,
sativa.
yeah.
Okay.
So
'cause
it's
I
like,
feel
no,
I'd
it's
be
not
in a-
just that.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
not
like if I was just smoking indica, I'd be
that
going
it would slow you down.
Well, listen to this, Merc. Listen to this shit, dude.
I want to even do this shit right now. You know what I mean? But I do feel
But
the
it's
body
like
with the body.
it's like a little cocktail. It's like
So recently, I found that a particular strain gives me lots of energy, makes me talkative and concentrate. It's almost works like ADD medicine.
Yeah.
And it's a straight indica. It's Girl Scout cookies crossed with Wi-Fi OG, both indica strains. And on paper, this should be on the couch.
Right.
No, not at all. And everyone else feels this way about the strain too. So it's not just like it's.
the way
So-
it's in, yeah.
It's kind of like you really can't follow that as much as you used to think you could. It's not like
True.
indica, sativa. Lines are kind of blurred.
Everything's a hybrid.
For sure.
Yeah,
And everything affects everybody differently too.
right. Yeah.
it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's kind of.
whatever works
Let me
for
ask
you.
you about your hat though.
What?
Just I don't know. Tell me about it. It's got the plane on it.
Oh, it's Rock Nation.
Rock Nation.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Is it Supreme?
No.
No. I
No.
don't know. I just thought it
No,
was.
no. Just Rock Nation.
Because the
Just
color
rap-
right
just rap 'em.
that felt
No.
Supreme Rock Nation.
It does, right? It kinda feels cool.
And you look at your t-shirt.
Well, it's just a Supreme shirt.
It is a Supreme shirt. Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's not really shit though. You know what I'm saying? It's very natural to me. Like,
That
like
ain't shit.
it
It's
isn't.
just a Supreme tie-dye, bro. Whatever, it ain't shit. What you got for kicks for us tonight?
All right.
You brought out something special?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's cool to me.
Yeah, cool to you.
All right. This is a 2006 Sand 4s. Before the shoe came back out in 2017, it was really fucking cool to have it because it was just an obscure colorway. Not a lot of people had it because they weren't really like too popular in 2006, so people didn't really sit on them and keep them. But then there was a colorway people really, wanted to get later on in the years. And yeah,
But that's an original.
That's the 06, yeah,
That's the
that's
06.
the- yeah,
You
yeah.
like bought the ones in 06. When did you buy
I got them in like 2011, 10 probably.
2011,
Yeah.
before the
And
research?
I love the yellowing on the netting. It looks fucking
Yeah.
perfectly aged. It's fucking yeah. It's
You
dope.
skate those?
No, I skate Jordan 3s.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. Only
No, it's very particular. I couldn't skate Jordan 4s. They
Yeah.
aren't that comfortable to me, no.
No.
But they did an SB Jordan 4 recently.
Did they?
Yeah, they just did an SB Jordan 4 last year. It's a hell of a sneaker. It was a really good sneaker. Yeah. I'm sure. I don't know. I could definitely skate them. I just don't like the thing on the back, the tab
Yeah.
that can rub the back of your leg and ankle area, and the little wing things too. I don't like them for skating.
No.
Jordan 3s are like kind of big and clunky.
Yeah.
So when the board hits me, I don't like thin shoes skating. Like I could never do like Vans or Converse. Like I need something that's gonna protect my feet.
Yeah.
And Jordan 3s do that. And they got this like little elephant print on the side, and it's good for like kick flips. Like it takes a while to wear
Takes
it
a while
down.
to wear down.
Yeah, it's dope. I think the best skate shoes aren't skate shoes. I'm a firm believer in that shit. I mean, skate shoes aren't made with the best materials, you know. Especially the smaller companies, like they don't have the means that Nike does to
Right,
put, to make a shoe like that, you know.
For the, to have the right materials.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
right, like glue and the fucking stitching that lasts a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Jordan's got history in skating though. Like the Jordan 1s were worn by skaters in the 80s.
Yeah.
They gave them to a bunch of skateboarders because all the shoe deals dried up because skateboarding kind of died. So there's like videos and pictures of Tony Hawk wearing them, Rodney Mullen wearing them, tons of old skaters wearing them, Lance Mountain, all these old skateboarders wearing Jordan 1s. They were just because they were just giving them away, and they wore the shit out of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, SB Dunks are my fave.
Yeah, which a Dunk and a Jordan 1 are the damn near the same shoe.
near the same.
They came out the same year. The Dunk was the college version of the Jordan 1. That's why all the early Dunk colorways are all college colorways.
Yeah.
Michigan, Ohio, all those. Little history lesson.
Sneaker history. That's how we do.
Love
Stay
that.
On podcast.
Yeah.
Stoop to store, legacy to legal. Bang bang.
Yes.
Jay, what you got for me tonight? You got some.
I think.
I'm gonna break down to Nick this whole thing. So
Break it down.
Jay is an artist that I've been working with producing for many years. One of the most talented people I know.
Likewise.
I feel like this is a platform that will give me an opportunity to show the world his talent. So every week we just make sure he gets an opportunity to
Spit some bars.
something.
I
spit some
think
bars.
you spoke about him the first time we met.
Yeah, probably
up
did.
in your studio.
Yeah, because
for
we
sure.
got
Oh, if it was in the studio?
because that was the first meeting that we had. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we went to this spot across the street for sausage, egg, and cheese. I'm trying to remember. It was a little cafe downstairs.
Daily
the
Grind.
Daily Grind.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, there you go. It was
All right.
a nice little segue into
yeah.
our local. We've been trying to like showcase a local business every week. So we did Herbie's a couple weeks ago and the Daily Grind.
Daily
I mean,
Grind.
why not? The Daily
Yeah.
Grind. I went to the Daily Grind every fucking day, basically, working at the studios right there. You know, egg sandwich, going to Daily Grind, coffee, Daily Grind. They had these bumper stickers that said "Friends don't let friends drink Starbucks." Before we had a fucking Starbucks here. Like before I even knew what Starbucks was, like that's how old those stickers were. So I drink Daily Grind coffee, but I also drink a lot of fucking Starbucks. So, but shout out to Daily Grind though. I fuck with them. Yeah,
Word.
right.
That's a fact. Hell yeah, Daily Grind got some shit.
Daily Grind.
Word.
Yeah.
I gotta go there now.
Sausage, egg, and cheese. You have never been there?
Nah.
Oh man.
I've ordered DoorDash there a couple times.
Right,
Yeah.
right across the street from. They got one in Troy now too. Or Ben had one in Troy, but they got one in Troy.
Shout out Seasons too.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, season.
That's
I'm
next
not-
one.
We're gonna save that.
That's how you look at
That's like, we're gonna do a whole big thing. For
Some
them.
good restaurants in Albany.
Oh yeah, a ton of good restaurants. For real.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Nick's always like, yo, let's go. Pulls up, he's like, yo, we're going out to eat. Where are we going? And I always have to suggest the spot. I'm taking them to several.
Several tasty spots.
Great spots. The whole food tour of the capital region. One of these days we'll talk about the food tour.
We had a great meal across the street. The Burmese place.
Oh yeah, the Burmese place.
That's
Sweet.
I love
Sweet.
sweet.
Yeah, I got some
my
chicken
favorite.
teriyaki there last week.
Yeah.
Good.
Sweet doesn't miss. The thing about Shui is, and I think this actually like is endearing and probably makes the food better because of how they do it. Is like it's just like a old couple, and they're just making the meal when you order it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
They
the
don't
families
fucking
in there.
prep your shit.
Yep.
Like they don't have like a bunch of chopped up vegetables in the back. Like
Nope.
they chop your fucking vegetables
there.
when they make your meal.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that shit just comes out fresh,
Delicious.
and delicious.
It does.
But it takes 45 minutes.
It
You know what I'm
does.
saying?
It
But it's
does.
fucking bomb.
Yep.
So.
I just ask them when is it gonna be ready, and then they call me. They call me like, "All right, it's ready now." That's all right. Gotcha. I'm coming now.
Word up, because they will. Because at first you'll be like, when they're gonna be ready, they'll be like 30 minutes, and then you'll show up.
You get to be like,
No, we mean 30
like
minutes.
wait for like another 15 minutes. That shit, like, I knew it was 45 minutes. It's always 45 minutes. This shit is bomb. So worth it. Still do that. I'll do that anyway.
The bodega did that a few times down the block to me.
oh yeah, but it's the same thing. It'd be good though. You know what I
The
mean?
bodega be good?
It'd be good.
Not like sweet, bro. Damn.
Listen, I get that turkey bacon, egg, and cheese on cocoa bread.
Their wings are a guilty pleasure of mine.
Their wings are good. All right. Well,
And they got the little watermelon cups, the fruit cups.
I know it's so horrible. Every time I eat them, I'm like, this is fucking gonna hurt me. Like,
That's why I eat the
This is-
watermelon cups.
Which spot is this?
right down the block, there's a little bodega.
908 Deli. Shout out 908
Yeah,
Deli.
yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
we just did like 8 podcasts worth of small business shout outs.
Yeah, we
They got a small business shout out second. So we're just gonna name it.
Yeah.
Just throw them out there.
Cut the check.
You get a shout out.
You get a shout out.
Check.
Cut the check.
You got the Word, Buddha Buddha. All right, y'all ready for some bars?
Yeah, spit some bars for us.
Let's hear it.
So I am high, and I don't remember if I spit the bars that I want to spit.
thought
So I'm
it was
gonna
the
spit
first
them,
bars.
and then you let me
I am
know, because I got other bars. You might get some extra bars.
Chat, just in the comments. Let us know if you spit this before. 'Cause,
Well-
I mean, I'll try to remember, but I've heard him spit. Every time he spits something,
You've probably
I've
heard it before. Yeah,
probably.
you've definitely heard both of these.
And
So,
I'm
yeah.
like, damn, this motherfucker pulled this shit out. I haven't heard this shit in like 6 years. How did he fucking remember that off the top of his dome? Did you like rehearse the shit? No, I just kind of remembered it. Like, all right, like partially that enough is enough for me to be like, this motherfucker is like a fucking, I don't know, just crazy, just so
I
good.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
But this one, so I said, I be like, yeah, look what I manifested. If you ain't on your grind and you want to understand my blessings, I'm like, yeah, look what I manifested. If you ain't got your mind right, then you want to understand my message, I'm like, yeah, look what I manifested. By the time that you hear this, I already plan my next shit, I'm like, yeah, look what I manifested. Buddha. I set the goals, then I went and got it. I learned the way that it goes. No procrastination, I couldn't allow it. I had to start taking control. More meditation, I had to reroute it. My mind, my body, my soul. Envision the way it would feel when I got it. Then I just stayed in that zone. Speaking it into existence. Keeping a simple persistence. See my life switch with the quickness. No, really it took me a minute. Really it took me some discipline. Had to replace the word if I win, meaning say when I win instead of if I win. That's how you make sure you get the win. Then I say yeah. Look what I manifested. If you ain't on your grind and you want to understand my blessings, I'm like, yeah. Look what I manifested. If you ain't got your mind right, then you want to understand my message, I'm like, yeah. Look what I manifested. By the time that you hear this, I already planned my next shit, I'm like, yeah. Look what I manifested. Buddha.
So good.
Buddha. I left the world with this in the past. I got focused on the future and what I could do, cause the hands on the clock moving fast. I went and got it, I didn't just ask.
Had to stop making excuses, it's useless, so I made it happen with just what I had. Why would I give an excuse when I can just live in my truth? I've been recording for half of my life, now I'm building a booth. I used to sleep on the couches, I didn't have my own room, now I got my own apartment and a living room, got a door that opened up to the roof. So I be like, yeah, look what I manifested. If you ain't on your grind and you won't understand my message, I'm like, yeah, look what I manifested. If you ain't got your mind right, then you won't understand my message, I'm like, yeah, look what I manifested. By the time that you hear this, I already planned my next shit, I'm like, yeah, look what I manifested. Buddha.
Yeah.
Good looking now. Yeah. Look what I manifested.
You're gonna do that on Saturday?
Oh, you know that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's that joint, you killed that beat.
What's going on Saturday?
The birthday
Saturday
party.
is the birthday party. Yeah.
Stage 1 birthday party.
Yeah,
Okay.
Stage 1 birthday party, live performances out in the parking lot. By the time this episode airs, it will have already happened. And so thank you to everybody who fucking showed up.
Facts.
This shit was fucking dope.
Word up.
Jay killed that.
Word, so did you?
Ricky killed it too.
Ricky killed it too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Ozzy killed it.
Cam Tron.
Yeah, Cam Tron
Word up,
killed
front
it.
page. Came through,
Yeah,
killed it.
the front page came through.
Merc.
The whole Merc band
Crushed it.
killed it. Yeah.
Base
Yeah.
Cake.
Oh yeah, Josiah.
Yo, he
Pocono,
killed it. He fucking killed it.
Bass Kate.
I know he
I like that
Overall,
bass Kate. That's her
killed
name.
it.
I love
Bass Cake, that is dope.
Bass Kate.
Bass Cake?
Base Cake.
Yeah.
Base Cake.
We love Base Cake.
Bass Cake.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Bass
I like
Cake.
that. Bass Cake.
Bass Cake.
So Kate, who
'Cause we have three
has
Kates.
played bass. We have 3 Kates that work for us, but Kate, one of them has played bass in my band for 15 years, and she just joined the team, the stage 1
That's
team,
awesome.
the back office. She's fucking killing it. We're fucking glad to have her. Everybody loved.
Yeah.
We were like, damn, there's 2 Kates already. What are we gonna call Kate? I mean, she's like the first Kate, but she's not Kate number 1 because now we have Kate because Kate number 1 is already Kate number 1. Then we have Swarley, who's Kate number 2, doesn't want to be called Kate number 2, so she's Swarley, but she's still Kate. You know what I mean? And now
Base Cake.
Bass
bass
Kate.
Kate. That's great. Bass Kate.
She plays the bass.
Yeah, she's the bass model
Yeah.
of Kate. For me, anyway. She's my bass model Kate.
That's cool too.
Word. That's lit. We out here.
And I didn't even come up with it. You guys came up with the bass
Bars,
Kate.
right?
Great.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even come up with it.
Who came up with
Shit
it?
either.
I didn't. Who came up with it? It was someone in inventory.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't you?
I thought it was you.
I thought.
So wait, bass Kate. Can't
Watch she just threw that out there, like, hey, call me Bass Cake. they all call me Bass Cake, so I don't know, it just started
I
somewhere.
think maybe it was Jack. I
It
don't
sounds
know.
like a Jeff thing, yeah, that
It could've
sounds
been
about right.
Jack.
That seems on brand. That's on
They would
brand.
come up with that
No, it wasn't
nickname.
How crazy is that though? That Kate works here now. Yeah, isn't that fire?
Makes sense.
Yeah, doesn't it make sense? It's like,
Yeah.
it's killing it. Killing it.
I just remember I heard someone say Base Cake, and I was like, oh, Base Cake.
Oh, yeah, Base Cake.
That makes sense.
Definitely makes sense.
So you put people on like since you've been doing it.
Yeah, yeah. You seen it, right?
Yeah, bro, it's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope.
See, Dales and I go way back too. So then Dales just we talk about this idea, and now it's like come to fruition, and it's like paying off. It's such a because intention. It's so important.
Yep.
That it's a proof. Like fuck that shit. Shit is proof that the intention that you go into something with is super important to the outcome that you end up with. It's like the right intention. The first fucking episode that we put out, we were here filming and he put the episode out. We were watching that shit go up and up and up. We were like, yo, we are onto something.
Yeah.
Because we're fucking putting the right
Week 1 we went viral.
Week 1, we went viral. So we're just putting doing the shit for the right reason. Just like you guys are doing, like you could tell the
Yeah.
intent that you are doing everything with. You're doing a fucking
Yeah.
music series, like where you're inviting. You did the whole thing with for the eclipse for the community. Like you're doing all of the right things for the right reasons with the right people, all collectively doing something. And it shows with the success. Like the success is a fucking result of that. That's the product of that, of being proper with your intention. So
Because you're
shout out to
putting
that
care
shit.
into your community, and your
Yeah.
community is reciprocating. It's like a
100%.
really cool flow when you do that.
Beacon Skiff has done an amazing job at that.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
as like a hub, just inviting so many people on to the campus. I think it's crazy to hear. Like, we'll see in like the height of the apple picking season, like 10,000 visitors a weekend.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing.
Yeah,
You know,
it
and
really
you know the
is.
summer concert series, like there's shows that are 4,000 plus, right? So like having
Yeah.
that engagement and just being able to like Beacon Skiff has done an amazing job at that.
Yeah.
Like
And now you're,
cultivating
like,
a
part of
true
that.
relationship.
Right, that, and you're part of that family, and they brought you in, and you're like obviously carrying that torch with such fucking love and respect. And,
100%.
Right, it's like,
To watch 100-plus-year-old business thrive,
yeah.
it's like pretty remarkable.
And a shout out to New York State, you know, 'cause it's a
100%.
fucking- New York State is, you know, we've band together to like create a really cool industry in this year. This year and a half so that's what the year and a half mark. So today the news came to talk to me about the regs for home grow switching over recently. So that's like just happened because it was 18 months after the first dispensary opened, right? Is when the medical home grow things can switch over to recreational. So that happened. So now you're allowed to like grow 6 plants in your house, anybody. From now it's like totally, and people have been doing
12
it anyway.
total though.
12 total
If
per
you have 2
household, if
people.
there's 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's 3 immature, 3 mature plants, so that you can keep a constant cycle going. So really, you're allowed to have 3 fully developed plants and 3 like germinating or like fucking clones.
Well,
or
in
whatever.
veg, one in veg, one in flower.
One in veg,
essentially.
one in flower, there you go.
Yeah. And then
Or 3 in veg.
or
Interesting,
6
right?
and 6 if they got the 2 people.
Yeah, 6 and 6 if there's 2
In mass, you can have 12 plants in one household. So if there's one
Doesn't
person
say how
living
big
there-
these plants could be
Yeah.
either.
It's interesting that.
Yeah, that's interesting that they came up with that 12 as a number for some
Right.
reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much dried flour are you allowed to have in that from that grow? Does
5
anybody know
pounds in a
that?
household.
5
Yeah.
pounds per household. So,
Mhm. Yeah, it doesn't double with a second person,
Yeah.
sadly.
Right?
What's allowed?
What's allowed? Oh, it's for personal use, or you can gift it, but you can't sell it, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I think the thing that affects the dispensary in that whole piece is that we can sell clones. So we can like provide the people with like, you know, good products to start their own home grows with. Like curate that for people
And
the same way we're
we're-
curating what they're smoking and ingesting.
Where do we have to acquire those from?
From New York State farmers, I imagine. So I think all, you know, again, it's all like, nothing is really like specifically set in stone
Yeah.
with a lot of the shit. It ends up just being pretty vague, and then everybody just does the thing until
you can't.
Just do the thing.
Yeah, I don't-
or you can't.
Right.
Everyone takes your advice and just does whatever they want.
Or nobody takes your advice and does all sorts of crazy ass shit. And fucking, you know.
No, I said your advice. Just do the thing advice.
Oh, they do the thing.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing. Yeah, they just do the thing.
Do the thing.
Because we're so violently baked. I looked at the comment section. They be roasting us
So
how high
this
we
or
are.
that.
These motherfuckers are so stoned.
Yo, I can't listen to this motherfucker talk for very long. He's fucking dragging. I'm like, oh, word?
That's funny.
Well, yo, alright, fuck it. Watch that shit, comment on it. It's cool, but.
I mean, that's what we do. We get violently high. Like, that's what we do.
Fucking sell mad weed, so fuck it. Like, what the fuck? We're just selling mad weed. Like,
Buddha Buddha.
We have the best debates. Like the vape community, like they love debating on the TikTok about everything.
Yeah, because everybody knows fucking everything.
Everybody knows.
And most of them don't know fucking shit.
All right, you ready, Nick?
Let's do
Here
it.
we go. Indica or sativa?
That.
Indoor or outdoor?
That.
Wait, no.
No, you gotta pick one or the other.
Pick one or the other.
Oh.
Yeah, you
oh,
don't say this or that. That's some pot shit
All
right
of it.
there.
Yes.
We've never done this before.
That was hilarious. That was epic.
You're a guinea
That
pig
was
on
epic.
this.
I love that so much. That one right there.
All right. I saw the smile.
I love it.
So, pick one or the other.
Indica sativa, yep.
That was so good.
Indica or sativa?
Sativa.
Indoor or outdoor?
Outdoor.
New York or Cali?
Cali.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
Wilderness or beach?
Beach.
Papers or glass?
Papers.
Sour or haze?
Haze.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Boom. All right. I like it.
Yeah, it's dope.
So Cali, but you like the cold?
I mean, for Cali weed.
Cali weed.
Is that what we're talking about? Weed?
Yeah, well, you know, that's where his mind went. New York or Cali is, you know,
Could be for anything, yeah.
could be anything. Could be the weather or the weed or all of the above.
Well, you gotta be specific with me, because if it probably
Or
weed.
vague. And you just pick what you want. All right.
This or that.
Because I'm fiercely New York. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I thought about it
for
before you
weed,
said it.
I,
was
would, I might pick the other, you know?
So,
because New York ain't there yet.
Nick, break down the name Ayrloom for us. Where's the name Ayrloom?
Oh yeah, totally. So 5th generation currently, the name of like our laboratory distribution product manufacturing is Gem V Labs. Ayrloom is, you know, the idea of the heirloom apple that is, you know, on the farm, but also the, you know, generational and
That-
continuing that process.
Okay.
Sweet.
Bars.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Fire.
So
Good question. Let's see.
Definitely one of our favorite brands.
Yeah.
Appreciate
so,
that.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about that.
one of
what
the
are
best
some of the
groups we
reasons
chill
that
with.
the crew in general is a fan of Ayrloom as a brand?
Shout out the graphics team.
Great drinks.
Great drinks.
But
Good gummies, you know?
it's fine.
Really great gummies.
Yeah.
The sunny days too.
Yeah.
Not just
That's-
because
yeah,
they're
those two
good
ones.
gummies, but
Effects wise.
you know, yeah, they're tailor made to have certain effects. You know,
And they're
all
true,
the other
like,
cannabinoids
they're
and whatnot.
not like you're getting what it says on the package, and you can sell that. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can sell that to the customer, and you can sell that like to the consumer who wants like a good sleep gummy or a good daytime gummy with a good flavor profile.
totally.
Yeah. And you also are the only ones I've seen with melatonin. So that's really cool.
Right on.
And the option of
Not-
melatonin and not.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it personally, but I think it's dope
Yeah.
that option's there.
It's there, yeah.
And it's a huge selling point.
100%.
Yeah, because there are the people who want the melatonin.
Absolutely.
And then there are the people who don't want the
Right.
melatonin.
Yeah.
So
Like, no, I need both of them.
Right.
I need to really sleep.
But the fact that you have both sees that you're putting the thought into it is not just.
Yeah, it's all about, you know, the, you know, innovation, you know, the total vision from Marianne, Eddie, Mac, and then, you know, putting that whole process together, thinking about it and how do we best formulate something and bring it to market. It's an awesome process, and it's just it's collaborative and thoughtful for sure.
Yeah, no, and early on, I remember like one of the things that set you guys apart was exactly what Scotty's saying. It's like having the line of gummies with all the different like minors in there.
Yeah.
For different reasons in different doses to you were doing that. It was only like you and off hours, and then there was like a couple other brands that were putting sativa and hybrid and were
Sure.
just fucking THC.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
It's
They
all
didn't
just
have-
distillate.
they weren't- right. Then there were the people that didn't have anything, and it was just THC in their shit, and they weren't selling it with any of the, advertising.
Right,
But
just
but
less
you
time.
guys were like educating me early on in like the use of and why you were doing
Yeah.
it and what the point was, and that was like,
It's fun to see, how each flavor is, connecting with different folks and, like what, the thoughtfulness and that. Like, I really love the fact that we produced the non-melatonin because, like, it's like something. I did not realize it, but people are actually allergic to that, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, how do you try to really create that experience and
Yes.
think about it thoughtfully?
I think the up line was genius too.
yeah.
Yeah,
have a
for
differentiation,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep.
Shout
Well, not
out
just
to-
the drinks, because that's with the gummies too. It's
Yeah.
like
The
ups,
gummies too,
anything with the
yeah,
10
yeah.
milligrams, and then because some people just want 5,
Want the
but
fives.
some people are like, nah, give me that whole 10.
Yep.
No, and a lot of people start with the 5s and then graduate. to
Work
the
their way
10s,
up.
Yeah, totally.
Shout out to Mood Vapes.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah,
How are
absolutely.
those working overall?
Yeah,
Where
we've had a really great launch. Folks are really gravitating. I think like Bliss and Focus are really like neck and neck and Calms behind, and
Yeah.
surprisingly Rest CBN. I was surprised about that, but I feel like maybe the person that's looking for that restful experience is probably going to sway towards the medical.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you for that. What's your favorite?
Honestly, Bliss and Calm. that combo is-
Calm's mine for
Yeah,
sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's the terpene profile for sure.
For sure, it's definitely I enjoy. It's almost like that floral, like lavender flavor profile.
I think you guys were the first in New York to bring THCV in
Yeah.
too. So talk a little bit about that. That was like in the Juicy Secret gummies. I remember when I was like out there bud tending early on, I would be like, what the secret is? I'm like, no, what is it? You don't get munchies from these.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's got THCV in it. It's like a appetite suppressant for most people, but. And like, so I'll eat I eat gummies and I get the munchies like a motherfucker, and those shits I never got the munchies off of them. And I could literally tell people that, and then, let me get those. Let me buy a pack of those and see how those are hitting. And then, like, what's your experience been in bringing THCV into the market in New York? Do you feel like-
So like I think just the thought process, like looking into it, seeing how it was like emerging out in the Cali market, and kind of what was the opportunity, and then I believe that really our partnership, Mac, is very close with the team at Bertosa, so they had introduced that, and obviously the emulsion factor. So it was pretty cool to like watch that and start to create formulations. So, and then really like I think it's been very interesting from an edible perspective. THCV is not as sought after as our vape with the THCV in it. Finding a lot more folks are gravitating towards.
Do you think it has to do with the fact that one's marketed more as like a focus driven?
Yeah, and I think like more like
It's a secret.
yeah, right. Exactly. That's fair.
Like you gotta
Yeah.
ask them. You know what the secret is? Like I don't know if everybody else is sounding like that. I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Shit,
For
sure. Totally.
That's like that.
Yeah. Yep.
I like to tell people like when they're getting the CBG, that's a good way, because CBG for me, I've learned just through trial and error,
Yeah.
gives you the munchies. And then I looked it up, and it definitely does give you the munchies.
Yeah,
So you put them together and it kind of like balance each other out.
Yeah.
I always seem to get the munchies. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
No, I heard people say that about the THCV too. They're like, no, I ate so much food.
Well, what can you
It
do
doesn't
to
work for
avoid it?
More
everybody.
focused.
What
Yeah.
what in weed gives you the munchies?
Does anybody know like a break
don't know.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on that. Well, that's a good question. Why answer that shit?
I think it has to do with your metabolism, but
Yeah, but what is it? What's the?
I don't know.
What are you metabolizing? You're always metabolizing the, all of the different compounds. So what? Yeah, they're your
That'll be next.
endocannabinoid system.
I have a question. Are there any cannabinoids that you find are like easier to bring in to into the process, like with for CBC, like how we just got that with the Sunny Days? Is there a reason why that was like after the initial launch, or?
Yeah, just experimenting
Just
with
figuring out, seeing what you can do with those.
seeing what we can do with those, and like how would that affect over a trial period work, and that the Sunny Days was the
Intrigued
pink
by that.
lemonade was a fun one to bring to market, because we just kind of launched the mood line with Bliss, and that was doing well, so we're kind of like, okay, cool, people are gravitating towards this effect, so this is we're gonna have some success hopefully out of the gate.
Right.
Yeah,
And
based
have
on
you,
that.
and so when you're doing your R&D, are you finding, how are you testing the effects? Where are you getting all, you know what I mean? Eventually they're gonna run crazy trials with all this, right? Real scientific, double-blind
Just based,
trials. but
based
how-
on
yeah.
testing them with
Testing.
laboratories,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then seeing how the percentages are working, and then
But what are
with
the
folks.
the effects? How do you because effects are often,
Fair.
anecdotal. So how are you feel do you know that this minor, it gives you focus, and this minor makes you feel calm, and
just based on that research, and then trying the products.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's but isn't that interesting how now that's starting to emerge as a science?
100%. Well, the whole endocannabinoid system is still so new to
science. Right.
100%.
So this new rescheduling that's happening will hopefully open up that research federally. That's one of the things that will happen that I think not a lot of people are talking about. And when everybody's talking about the tax implications, because that's huge, and we're all like, yay, But in reality, if it opens up research to federal grants and shit, we can change the way everybody perceives it, because there's proof in this shit.
Yeah.
We all know what it is, but scientific
Studies.
hard evidence, proof studies. I don't know if you guys have heard about. I think we've briefly touched on it on the pod before, but they're finalizing, and it's making the news. I heard about it. I heard it on NPR for the first time. I've been editing these podcasts about it for years, and then on NPR for the first time, they're like, "Oh, MDMA for treating PTSD. That FDA trials are almost at the end, and there's this pushback about some of them are whatever. Were they fully motherfucker? They're fully real. Yo, this shit is crazy. It's happening. But now that it's making it into that large of the mainstream media that we're gonna, MDMA assisted psychotherapy is gonna be a fucking thing. But the research that was done on that through these federal trials, because it's not a fucking class A, schedule one, whatever. It's fucking, so they could do the studies.
Right.
They could do these studies on MDMA to get it legal for
100%.
psychedelic assisted psychotherapy, but they haven't been able to do that for cannabis. So now imagine what the doors that open up when it gets to be rescheduled medically. It's insane.
It is.
It's remarkable.
How do you feel about legalizing all drugs? What's your take on that?
What's my take on that? I don't know.
I thought it was the most insane shit I ever heard until it wasn't the most insane shit I
What's
ever
going
heard.
on in where they did that in Oregon?
In Oregon.
Yeah.
How's that working out?
Because they talk about these Portugal and stuff like that, and it's a lot different than America,
Yeah, how's
So
it
it's
working out in Oregon?
but,
That's how you
you
get to see how it works out.
Yeah, we would have to see this.
Portugal's probably the population's probably less than Oregon, to be honest with you. And I'm not.
And this doesn't mean let's have heroin
actually,
stores. Like, this is not what this means. You know what I'm saying?
I've been to Portugal a couple times, and their population is like decreasing because like all the young people are moving out of Portugal because it's tough to find the jobs that they want to be in. So they move either to like countries like Germany and stuff like that. So it's like it's pretty wild. But yeah, it's not.
Because that's who legalized all drugs, right?
That's right. You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
It's
seen drugs fuck a lot of people up. Lots of other, lots of crazy drugs. So they're illegal and they're fucking people up. So I don't know. I don't really think it necessarily matters because I also think incarcerating people is the wrong way to deal with it. So like making them illegal to the point where you're just like putting people behind bars over it, as opposed to
that's
like,
what I'm really talking about.
Getting them help and like the help that they need. That's a little bit more.
Right.
I think creating. If you just filled prisons up with fucking drug addicts, which is what we do, and oftentimes, it's like it doesn't help. It really doesn't help society as a whole.
Because it's not profitable to have healthy people and healed people. You want to prison, private prisons is a business.
Oh, huge business. Yeah. So.
Speaking of that, I think it's really interesting that we have some customers that come here and this is their first stop after getting out of prison.
Yeah.
I just remembered that. Like, that's so sick. It's so sick.
It is.
You come here and this is your first stop after being incarcerated. Like, that's.
Because
No, but that's crazy though. Think about it. If you locked up for a minute, like you doing like a nice little
gonna go
bit,
buy
and you
some
come
legal
home, it's like,
weed.
yo, it's legal now. Like,
That's so.
I can go and buy it. Like,
so crazy.
No,
No, that's fine.
What's wild to me is that what does that mean? Because like, does that mean in prison or in like jail or whatever in the capital region, people are like, where's the dispensary? And everybody's like, yo, stage one. So then like people get out and they're like, yo, I gotta go to stage one. Like,
We're talking the mess hall.
That's the word.
like yo, I heard stage one having a birthday bash this weekend. Yo, shit, we go home in
They got
time.
the gas.
they got gas.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
In the fucking yard and shit, like puffing on that stage one pack, like the stage one booth pack, like yo.
Oh man.
The real
Oh
super
man. Don't ask how they got it. Don't ask how they got it.
booth. The real super booth, Jack. This ain't that ADK either.
Yeah.
We don't condone none of that behavior.
Cool.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Let's do that.
After the booth pack month.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
You know?
That's a good closer, I gotta say. Oh man.
What's up, Vernon?
Jordan, you got some good questions usually.
Yeah, you ain't said a fucking word.
Yeah. He has the best questions.
Right,
We got
right.
a captive guest here. Gotta ask him.
Definitely been learning for sure. Yeah.
Learning Vernon.
No, yeah, we were
Learning,
talking
learning.
downstairs. We were talking downstairs about the same shit.
Is that the first time that's been dropped?
Yeah.
I think
All right.
Yeah.
what was it?
Learning. Nah, y'all call me Virgil, so I ordered you lunch today.
Yeah, I saw that. The V, I caught it right away. I'm like, V got the V on.
No, word.
Virgil's not playing.
What would you say, like, was your most favorite moment? Like, just coming from, let's say, wine to the cannabis side of it. Like, what would you say was, like, that moment for you? Like, your best moment?
I think it was like realizing, all the experiences I had in the past and just having an opportunity to hop into something that's always been really part of my life since I was 16, and just like, no matter where from that point on, I was smoking weed. And it's been it was like full circle. And especially to come back and be able to, I grew up in Eastchester, New York, and then being able to come back and open the market here has just been, super fulfilling, and just fortunate to work with like an amazing team. So it's been a wild ride, like just all the, different, I think, pivots you have to make in the space to like continue to like grow, a brand, or the more now for me is the passion behind the plant, and like how that plant can really like, it makes my day better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And how many other people it can make better. So.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any? Have you found any parallels between the wine industry and the cannabis industry?
I mean, 100%, from taking it from seed to sale. I mean, very much different processes, right? To take that end product, the wine business is, I think, and cannabis are exactly the same in the sense of like, let's really start to talk about terroir, the grounds that you're growing grapes in cannabis. And I think that like in the Cali market, that's like a big part of it, right? Like, is that topography where you've got like marine layers that come in and sit and cool, and then like super hot days that like grow this like really like, crazy bud. And I think that that's very parallel to what's done in the wine industry. You're making, everybody, we all think about bud rate, bag appeal, smell, just like what does that look like? And then you do very similar comparison when you're like looking at a really like well-made wine.
Finished product is finished product.
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
gotta be good at the end.
It's got to be good.
And you could break open a barrel of wine and it could taste like fucking vinegar, just like you could finish a cure and that shit is moldy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's all about the processes, and I think that's the fascinating part. I think really talking about like soil types and like when you're growing outdoor and like finding the places that like work well in the ground the acres that you can, like where do you plant it? It's pretty fascinating.
That's the East Coast sour diesel. That's nice, right?
Thoroughly impressed.
Right? The sour terps are fucking real.
They're almost.
Shout out Rolling Green. Yeah. They got, what does it say? 3.3% terps.
Yeah, I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
That is
and it's and it's there. Like, remember like the old sour, you would have a bag of it in your pocket and you would like just get a whiff of it every once in a while. So I fucking took the 1/8 and I rolled it down into like a bunch of these cones at the crib, and then just walking around with this in my pocket and like, man, nostalgically just smelling fucking that sour smell, like, oh shit, fine, like that, somebody did it. Shout out to Roll Greens.
Yeah, they've been killing shit all over. Me, I be hating on everything. I be hating on everything. Rolling Green's killing shit.
Yeah, facts. Word up.
Quick question. What makes New York have like the best apples? Or the best apples?
That's a great question, man. I wish I could answer that. Like I don't know much about our Apple business.
Yeah, they brought this man in for the weed business.
And honestly, but that's a great question. Shame on me as like someone that represents Beak and Skiff. Like I wouldn't want to like make it like
misrepresent.
He's
the weed guy.
The weed Mike.
Oh god, but that's a great question. I'm gonna find that out.
Well, I imagine it has to do with like why Northern California grows the best outdoor weed is because it's like a hot, dry climate and there's not a lot of moisture, and then maybe the apples just do well with that moist fall.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't fucking grow apples.
Just winging it right
Farmer
now.
I'm just fucking winging it. Farmer apples.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna try and get him online.
We'll have to take a field trip to the farm and talk to Peter. Yeah.
Let's see if he answers.
You're gonna see if Farmer Adam answers?
Yeah.
All right.
Damn, Farmer Adam.
He's a legit farmer.
I heard my heart, Adam.
Like he had to
He's
help us
Alan.
get our garden going.
Yeah,
with
you're-
tomatoes.
you're
and
Alan.
fucking
Nice.
basil and
You're
shit.
Alan right now.
You're Alan, right?
That's amazing. I'd love to garden.
Yeah.
He's the best. He knows so much.
He does.
He
He's
is-
he's on it.
Yeah.
Super knowledgeable. And that's the thing. That's the staff. The staff as a whole is just super knowledgeable. It's crazy. It's great. Come here and you learn anything you need to know about weed. Seriously.
I love that.
The quick Google search says New York's temperature climate with the cold winters and moderate summers is ideal for apple trees.
No, see, I knew it. And it had to be something with the climate, just like, that's why it's so much easier to grow weed in California.
That's why we ain't growing
than it is
oranges up here.
And outdoor,
Yep.
and than it is in New York. I don't envy the farmers in New York who had to grow all their weed outdoor to start out this industry.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
It's a really,
Yeah, it
really
sucks.
hard,
100%.
really hard fucking thing to force everybody.
Especially
to do.
with winters. It's like,
Yeah,
oh.
seriously, with winter, so, and then summer. Like, fuck out of here. Summer in New York
be
State
super
is
wet,
crazy.
yeah.
It's wet. It's fucking wet. And
Humid. It's really humid.
Humid, for sure.
Shout out to everybody that's doing their thing
Yeah.
and helping us grow this.
For
into
real.
something.
I'm hard on y'all, but shout out.
Yeah, seriously. Good. It's, everybody's doing their thing. None of us would be here without them.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
farmers out there growing them and having like getting handed the shit end of the stick and then fucking making it happen for us. You know what I mean?
For sure. Holding it down.
Word up. Shout out. Yep. That's what's up. Man, Nick, I really appreciate
Would you have
pulling
weed water
out
in
and
the
coming
tub?
out and really like talking your shit and
Yeah.
helping us shed light on different parts of the industry. That we
No,
don't
I
get to all
appreciate
the
you
time.
guys and all you do.
Yeah.
Keep up the good vibes. It's
Yeah.
awesome. This has been fun.
We have such a great
Yeah.
partnership. We've been working together since day one.
Yeah.
Really, literally like day 7.
Since stage one.
Yeah, stage 1. Day 7 probably.
Yeah.
Seriously, is the
Yeah.
day we ran it. And then again with MJ Unpacked at the hotel. And then again, and like we just kept running into each other at these events. And
100%.
next thing you know.
It's just we're here. It's a year ago.
Yeah.
And boom.
Boom.
To next year.
To next year.
Next
Yeah. It's
year.
many more.
Shout out. Stage 1
Yeah,
podcast. Stoop store.
Cheers.
Buddha Buddha. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, yes.
Cut the check.
Hey, shout out though, because we actually did cut the check and he came through with some cages for us. Cheers.
I be on that OG, fire by the OG, calling up the Rogies, got me feeling rosy, higher than the notice, my shit ain't got no G's, I be on the green like